The Kentucky Derby is often called the most exciting 2 minutes in sports, a title not given lightly. Every year, 20 of the most promising young thoroughbreds line up at the historic Churchill Downs, dreaming of racing immortality. Among this year's elite contenders is Burnham Square, a determined, talented gelding whose credentials and form make a compelling case that he can seize the moment and wear the garland of roses on May 3, 2025. With a combination of strong breeding, an impressive racing resume, and a storyline that screams destiny, Burnham Square could very well be the horse standing tallest when the dust settles. Let's dive into the many reasons why Burnham Square has the tools to win the 151st Kentucky Derby. Burnham Square enters the Kentucky Derby as the number 1 horse on the road to the Kentucky Derby points leaderboard, with 130 points. This is no small feat. The points system is meticulously designed to reward horses who perform consistently well in the most competitive prep races, and it's often an indicator of true Derby contenders. Horses who have led the points leaderboard in past years include the likes of Epicenter, Tis the Law, and Nyquist, all of whom either won or performed exceptionally in the Derby. Burnham Square has had to beat many of his potential Derby foes already to earn this spot, demonstrating he has both the stamina and tactical brilliance needed on the first Saturday in May. Timing is everything in horse racing. Burnham Square is peaking at exactly the right moment. His most recent performance was a victory in the Grade 1 Bluegrass Stakes at Keeneland, one of the most prestigious Derby prep races. Winning the Bluegrass is a serious badge of honor. Past winners like Essential Quality and Street Sense have gone on to have outstanding Derby runs. Burnham Square didn't just win. He showed grit, heart, and a will to win by nosing out East Avenue at the wire, a testament to his determination under pressure. In the Kentucky Derby, horses don't just have to be fast. They have to be fighters, capable of clawing their way through a chaotic 20-horse field and finding the finish line when others tire. Burnham Square has already proven that he has this fighting spirit. Burnham Square's bloodlines also suggest that he is bred to handle the unique challenges of the Kentucky Derby. He's by Liam's Map, a brilliant gray who dominated in middle-distance races, known for a lethal combination of speed and stamina. Liam's Map is steadily gaining respect as a sire who can pass on versatility, a vital trait for a grueling mile-and-a-quarter race like the Derby. On the dam side, Burnham Square is out of Linda, a daughter of Scat Daddy. This is an important detail. Scat Daddy is one of the most influential sires in recent Derby history. His sons and grandsons have won or placed in major races worldwide, including the Kentucky Derby and Belmont Stakes. Horses like Justify, Triple Crown winner, and Mendelssohn trace back to Scat Daddy, showcasing the kind of classic distance prowess needed on Derby Day. Burnham Square, therefore, carries a genetic arsenal of speed, grit, and endurance that few others in the field can match. Winning the Kentucky Derby is not just about the horse, it's about the entire team behind him. In Burnham Square's corner are some seasoned, battle-tested connections. Owner Janice Whittam of Whittam Thoroughbreds brings a deep history of patience and commitment to racing. Though she's had only one prior Derby starter, McCracken, who finished 8th in 2017, that experience will prove invaluable. McCracken was a talented horse undone by circumstances, and one can be sure that Whittam and her team have learned vital lessons to apply this time. Trainer Ian Wilkes is equally critical to Burnham Square's chances. Wilkes is a quiet, steady hand who trains his horses to peak at the right time. Though his only other Derby starter, McCracken, also finished 8th, Wilkes is no stranger to the Derby scene, having assisted Carl Nafzger when they famously won the 2007 Derby with Street Sense. He knows the pressures of Derby Day inside and out, which will help keep Burnham Square composed and ready. Then there's the jockey, Brian Hernandez Jr., fresh off his 2024 Kentucky Derby victory with Mystic Dan. There is no better confidence booster than having a rider who just pulled off the greatest feat in racing. Hernandez knows exactly how to navigate a Derby field and time his move perfectly. His patient style suits Burnham Square's closing running style, giving this horse every chance to unleash his best run at the perfect moment. In a field where multimillion-dollar auction purchases dominate, there's something extra inspiring about a homebred like Burnham Square. Homebreds, horses bred and raised by their owners, carry a personal story that spans years of planning, hope, and care. Whittam Thoroughbreds didn't just buy into a dream, they built it from the ground up. Winning the Derby with a homebred carries a deeper emotional resonance, and perhaps even a sense of destiny. Horses like Always Dreaming and California Chrome were homebreds who defied the odds and captured America's imagination. Burnham Square has the same magic surrounding him. Burnham Square has compiled a stellar racing record: 3 wins, 1 second, and 1/3 in 6 starts. That kind of consistency is rare among young horses. Burnham Square has shown he can compete and win at various tracks: Gulfstream Park, Keeneland, Churchill Downs, and under different conditions. His 4th-place finish in the Grade 2 Fountain of Youth was a minor blemish but served as a valuable learning experience. One he clearly put to good use in rebounding with his Bluegrass Triumph. In horse racing, it's not about being perfect. It's about learning from mistakes, improving, and delivering when it counts. Burnham Square's pattern suggests a colt who is maturing beautifully at just the right time. Many Derby entrants are brilliant milers who struggle when stretched to the demanding 1.25-mile distance. Burnham Square, however, gives every indication he will relish the extra ground. His victories, particularly the Bluegrass win, suggest he has the stamina to sustain a drive down the long Churchill Downs stretch. His late closing style is particularly well suited for the Derby, where the early fractions are often insanely fast, setting up a devastating late charge for horses who can stay the trip. The presence of a seasoned finisher like Hernandez aboard ensures that Burnham Square will not be rushed early and will have plenty left for the final, decisive furlongs. Finally, there's the intangible factor: Burnham Square's mental toughness. Horses are not machines. They feel the enormous pressure and chaos of the Kentucky Derby. Horses who can't handle the noise, the massive crowd, the long wait in the starting gate, or the rough early jostling rarely win. Burnham Square has already proven his mental mettle by battling back in tough finishes, overcoming adversity, and responding to his jockey's cues under fire. He's also demonstrated versatility, handling different track conditions and competing against the best of his generation. That kind of professionalism is critical in the Derby, where even the most talented horses can get derailed if they lose focus for even a second. Burnham Square isn't just another name on the Derby roster. He is a complete package. A talented closer with stamina, a rock-solid temperament, top-tier connections, and a winning attitude. His Bluegrass Triumph proved he belongs at the top of the 3-year-old class, and his steady climb to the top of the points leaderboard confirms that he's been battle-tested every step of the way. With Brian Hernandez Jr. in the saddle, the patience of Ian Wilkes in the barn, and the quiet strength of Whittam Thoroughbreds behind him, Burnham Square looks ready to etch his name into racing lore. His story has all the elements of a classic Derby winner: heart, history, and destiny. When the gates open and 20 of the finest young thoroughbreds surge down the stretch at Churchill Downs on May 3rd, don't be surprised if it's Burnham Square who bursts clear in those final thrilling strides, proving once and for all that he was born and bred for this moment. Burnham Square has the tools, the heart, and the story to win the 2025 Kentucky Derby.